So the poet, okay, the companionship of death, the poet wants to go in search of the hermit bird. It is singing merrily from the cedar trees. The song is interrupted as a carol of death. And also the verse for Abraham Lincoln by the poet. So it has echoed his spirit too. இவர் அதை தேடி போகும்போது அந்த கேரல் ஆஃப் டெத் சாங் லிசன் பண்றாரு. அதனுடைய வேர்ஸ் என்ன, வாட் இட் சிங்ஸ்னு பார்த்தா, இட் சிங்ஸ் அபவுட் ஏப்ரஹாம் லிங்கன் ஆல்சோ. ஸோ தட் the spirit of Abraham Lincoln is also echoing here. Death as a welcome visitor strikes everybody anytime it likes. இறப்பு அப்படின்றது யாருக்கு வேணாலும் எந்த டைம்ல வேணாலும் வரும். So everyone must be ready to welcome this visitor. That's what Walt Whitman says. So this world which gives life, happiness, sadness, sorrow, love, knowledge, whatever it is, all these sorrows கூட சில நேரம் praise பண்ணுவாங்க. All the poets will praise sorrowness, they praise happiness, they love their knowledge, but no poet will be ready to embrace death. The death என்றதை no one will coolly embrace. So no one also has talked about death, nor does anybody sing a song on death also. The poet wants to chant a carol welcoming death. So there is no one in the world to sing a carol welcoming death. Now Walt Whitman, he wanted to chant this carol, and he says that death is the deliverance. So people who are now dead are very happy. The poet praises death, and he speaks about the beauty of open landscape, the sky, the fields, okay, the silent night, okay, in this stanza. And he also talks about the ocean shores and the whispering waves. At last he ends this stanza. See, dark mother always gliding near with the soft feet. Okay, here dark mother, another analogy. So dark mother also is compared to death only. Okay, and gliding moving slowly, okay, with the soft feet. டெத்துன்றது இந்த டார்க் மதர் எப்படி வருமா, சாஃப்ட் ஃபீட்ல, without making any noise, without producing and the feet sound. Okay, have none chanted for thee a chant of fullest welcome. That's what. So no one has talked about the carol of death. This is the only poet, Walt Whitman, who talks about the carol of death. And at last, see here, lost in the loving floating ocean of the laved in the flood of thy bliss of death. Laved means something washed, something left out in the flood of thy bliss of death. The death in the வெள்ளத்துல அவர் மதக்கிறாரு. Okay, so he joyously sing about the dead people also. From me to thee glad serenades. Serenades means you might have heard, serenade means the music at night in the open air. In some hotels and all, for example in Madurai also we could see Hawa Valley Hotel or Taj Hotel, like that, open place la, night sky la music போடுவாங்க. So they used to enjoy having their food, dancing, singing songs like that. Here the poet, from me to thee glad serenades. So that music at night in that open air, dances for thee I propose, saluting thee, he says, adornments and feasting for thee. இது எல்லாமே டெத்தை வெல்கம் பண்றதுக்காண்டி சொல்றேன். The next, the night in the silence under many a star, the ocean shore, husky whispering wave. Husky means actually the outer covering of the grain. உமி அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஒரு வீட்டையோ இல்ல what is it, இந்த நெற்கதிர்கள், okay, that covering it is called husky. But here the poet talks about the husky whispering waves சுத்திக்க உள்ள அந்த outer coat சொல்றாரு. Okay, he talks about the outer coat of the wave which voices, அதுவும் என்ன சொல்லுது, the soul turning to thee, oh vast and well veiled death, the covering death. Okay, and the body gratefully nestling close to thee. Then over the treetops I float thee a song. So how beautifully it talks about the landscape, the sky, the treetops, okay, the fields. So it also covers the dense packed cities, myriad fields in a children. Okay, see, myriad na very large in number. For example, myriad minded Shakespeare na we say. Shakespeare mind, myriad minded, okay, full knowledgeable. He has such vast knowledge. அவர் சொல்லாதது எதுவுமே கிடையாது. Like that myriad minded திருவள்ளுவர், okay, he has talked about everything in his திருக்குறள். And Shakespeare has talked about everything in his plays. Like this, the myriad fields, that's what, in the prairies wide, all those tall grasses which are grown densely packed cities அப்படி கவர் பண்ணி, the teeming wharves na the structure for mooring ships. Okay, and the ship, and the structure for mooring ship நங்கூரம் போட்டுப்பாங்கல்ல அந்த இதையும் சொல்றாரு. So I float this carol with the joy, இந்த பாட்டை நான் பறக்க விடுறேன். Okay, this carol of death with joy, with joy to thee, oh death. Okay, thank you. Let us see the remaining stanzas in the next class.